Hello all, myself Alex Philip, Assistant Professor in Economics from PS Ponda, Farmagudi, Goa, will speak on the topic Labour Welfare and Industrial Relations organized by the Directorate of Higher Education, Goa. So basically, here in this module, I'm going to cover all the sanitary and hygienic facilities that are provided for laborers working in industrial concerns in India. So the outline that I am preferring to go through is the welfare facilities that are provided to the industrial workers. These welfare facilities may be occupational as well as non-occupational. So the outcomes upon going through this module will be, the student will be able to explain the labor welfare practices that are being followed in India. Also, he will be able to analyze the relevance of welfare practices for the workers in India. So let us go through each one and all the welfare facilities that are being provided for the industrial workers. So as we know, sanitary and hygienic facilities, they play a very important role for the development of an industrial worker. So the maintenance of a clean, sanitary and hygienic work environment is given a great preference among most of these industrial concerns all across the country. Now, they can do it by providing toilets, water for drinking and washing, separate urinals for and latrines for males and female workers, as well as spittoons for both male and female workers. Now, under this sanitary and hygienic facilities, they can be classified under different groups. So the first one we come under is the rest facilities that are being provided. Now, what are the rest facilities that are being provided? So the rest facilities are basically the seats that are being provided in the restrooms or as shelter places, so that the worker can relax from after undertaking works. Okay, so this helps the worker to reduce his fatigue and enables the worker to sit down occasionally whenever he is tired. The next welfare facility is, of course, the feeding facilities. Now, the feeding facilities can be divided into restrooms that are being provided, industrial canteens that are being provided, and mobile canteens. Now, what are restrooms? Restrooms are basically elementary feeding facilities with few chairs and tables, as well as locker facilities that are provided for the industrial workers. Next, we go to industrial canteens. So what is industrial canteens? They are wholesome food and drinks that are provided to the workers, very importantly at subsidized rates. What are mobile canteens? They are canteens that serve food and drinks to the workers near the work spot. The next welfare facility that is being provided to the workers are the medical facilities. Now, why is this medical facility very important? This is important because they are of the unhealthy work environment, because of the tropical diseases that are located in the country, because of the long hours of work due to low wages. So by providing these medical facilities, the worker is able to get immediate relief in his place of work whenever he meets with any illnesses or any diseases. The next one we go through is the occupational health hazards, health services. Now, what are these health services? They are basically preventive measures for hazards that may occur during in the workplace or in occupational area. So what is the role of this occupational health services? It protects the workers from health hazards due to the nature of work and work environment, and it also, they undertake periodical checkup of the workers to detect if the worker is going through any previous illnesses. The next welfare program that is offered to the workers is basically the family planning programs. Now, what would come under the family planning programs? The industrial concerns would be offering the workers with family planning programs for their workers. And what are the incentives that they would be giving them? They'll be offering them free and subsidized supplies of contraceptives as well as counseling services. Not only that, they'll be giving payments of compensation, paid leave, incentives and grants as well to the industrial workers. The next facility, the welfare facility that is provided to the industrial workers are the creche facilities. So what are these creche facilities? These are the facilities that are provided for the women workers where babies of working women are taken care of. Now basically it is provided to those children who are below 6 years of age, and the industrial concerns try to ensure that a trained woman is given the charge of taking care of these children and infants. The next welfare facility that is provided is the housing facility. So this housing acts are basically passed keeping in mind the benefits of the industrial workers. Now how do they provide it? They provide it by offering cheap and subsidized houses, and also by giving them with proper financial assistance. Now these housing facilities may be provided by the employers, they can also be provided by the workers' organizations, and they may also be provided by the public authorities. The next welfare facility that we come into is the transport facilities. So this transport facilities basically refer to the transportation of workers to and from the place of work. Basically it would be from the place where they reside to the place where they are going to work. Now basically this is basically because there is lot of dangers that arises for the working people. So due to this, they have been provided with this transport facilities. Now these transport facilities are supplementary services over and above the public and private transports that are being provided to the industrial workers. Now why is the transport facilities very important? These transport facilities are very important due to urbanization that has taken place, due to the industrial location and transport loads and traffic congestion that is taking place. The next welfare facility that we come across is the recreational and cultural facilities. So what is it? The recreational cultural facilities are basically a leisure time activity which is a healthy diversion and a spare time occupation. So the benefit that is involved undertaking this recreational cultural facilities are that it refreshes an individual mentally, lessens monotony and drudgery of everyday work. The next welfare facility is educational facilities. Why are basically educational facilities provided? They are provided to improve the quality of the labor force. This is done by basically providing opportunities for training and acquisition of skills and services. Now, very important thing to be noted is that the workers' education program has been established with special emphasis on the trade union methods. The next welfare facility is the cooperative and savings facilities. So consumer cooperatives permit the distribution of controlled commodities on a cooperative basis. Not only that, they also provide assistance which is provided by the management, and besides this they also provide rent-free accommodation for the workers as well as free supply of furniture and electricity. So this can basically help in increasing the savings of the workers, which will lead to a satisfaction among the workers. So all this basically lead to an improvement in his savings. The next welfare facility that is provided is the cooperative credit societies. So when we hear the term credit itself, it's basically a type of a lending process. So this cooperative societies, they provide credit on a cooperative basis among the industrial workers. So the cooperative credit societies, they help to bring down the level of indebtedness that might be present among the workers. So if there is anyone who is owning debts, he can bring down this level through this, he can bring down his debts through the credit that is being provided by this cooperative credit societies. The next important welfare facility is the personal counseling. Here advice and counseling is provided to the workers inside and outside the place of workers. They use a trained social worker. The next one is the ex gratia payments which are being provided to the worker. This might be like benefits for his daughter's wedding or for construction, because he has lost his hand or something due to accident, he might be provided with some payments. The next one is ad hoc benefits which lead to timely assistance to the workers. Of course, the last one is the deaths or serious illnesses, injuries due to accidents, daughter's marriage, natural calamities, as I have told in the previous ones. So from this we can understand what are the different labor welfare services that are being provided for industrial workers in our country. So the references I basically use for my work are basically from Deod, Gunakar and Deodar, as well as A.M. Sharma.